welcome to Everything Opposite Podcast, where we talk about stuff. I'm Derek, this is Aaron.
He's Derek, I'm Aaron. Is that what you said?
Yes, that...
I feel like we told him twice. You know what? I'm Aaron, he's Derek. That probably fits better, right?
Considering that's what we've done for most of our episodes, I would say yes.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'm Aaron, he's Derek.
I'm Derek, this is Aaron.
Okay, I think we got it that time. Alright, cool. Yeah, man. What's going on? How's life?
It's life.
That sounds absolutely dreadful, if we're being honest. That's pretty rough, man.
It's been better.
How's work?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's what she said.
What?
I don't know. It didn't work, did it?
Why would she not want to talk about that?
I don't know, man. Maybe she's a prostitute. Why would you want to talk about being a prostitute? You didn't say what her work was.
I mean...
Are you implying that women only want to talk about themselves?
No, they want to have a meaningful conversation for both ends.
That's what she said. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate the setup there.
Sure.
All right, now I feel better about starting this episode. What are we talking about today? Actually, tonight. Tomorrow. What are we talking about?
So for this episode, we're talking about technology.
Just technology?
Yeah, so...
Okay, you said tech rising. I thought this was a Terminator episode.
No.
I'm not prepared.
You're never prepared. What are you talking about?
Well, I just meant I came in here thinking we were going to talk about the Terminator, and we're actually talking about... You see, it says... It's everybody, you can't see it. It says tech rising, and now I'm reading smart devices. Yeah, I am not prepared for this, man.
Well, okay, first off, you're never prepared.
Facts.
Secondly, yes, I call it tech rising for
right.
dramatic purposes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about technology, like smart devices and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, the Terminator is also technology.
Yeah, if you want to talk about Terminator, we can, because technically that falls within the...
Right, it does. Now,
it's fictional, but...
Right, could you imagine if Jason Momoa played Terminator?
Okay, so what's your experience with technology?
Well, what do you mean? Like, where do you want to start? Because I mean, we've had so much of it, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to kind of go over. The kind of technology that we had from the time we were little kids first learning how a TV worked to now where basically our phone's a TV.
Man, you know what's weird? Like, you just said that, and I kind of got like, wow. Like, I kind of like just like my mind just kind of got blown there. Because I never thought of it that way, right? No, man, I remember my first real like bit of technology was the old PlayStation, man. The old PlayStation. Actually, it was a Sega. We had a Sega Genesis, man. I still have a Sega emulator because I still love the Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
But what's weird about it is like we were so excited about this weird like 8 to 16-bit like total nonsense, right? Like there was nothing that looked real on a Sega Genesis or on a any of that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I mean, after that, got the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. We've talked about that in the gaming episode.
Yeah.
I was probably like 16 when I got my first cell phone, and it was one of those, I think it was a Samsung, but it had like you could open it up, there's a keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
No internet, none of just text messaging phone calls, right? And I don't know, I was probably working at Walmart, so it's probably 18, 19 when I got my first smartphone. I was probably 18, and I bought the HTC One X, worst phone I ever had. Still better than iPhones. And man, it was crazy. Because for me, I mean, obviously smartphones were around. We had iPhones and everything. But for me, it was like, oh my God, all this power. Like, you could watch YouTube, you had Facebook, all these things. And up until that point, see, I never got into it much. We didn't have a desktop computer in my house until I was probably 13.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so much, it was a piece of crap. It was like the worst computer ever made.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I have so many electronics. Literally, I've got a laptop, I've got a gaming PC, I got smartphone, we got tablets galore, I got all kind of stuff, man. Mm-hmm. And I really don't know what I would do without it. Like, if you take my phone away for more than 30 minutes, somebody's going to die.
I think we're all aware of you with your phone. For those of you who watch the YouTube version, know that he's on his phone or his smartwatch now. Got a nice fancy smartwatch, which you're a little behind on the curve, but...
No, I've actually had this for a long time. I just barely used it. I actually got it for a friend of ours' wedding, and it looked cool, the outfit I had on. And I just never really used it that much because, I don't know, kind of look like an asshole, right? Like, you just, oh, look, my smartwatch. So it's just easier now.
If you're constantly, like, flicking it so you can see the screen and whatnot.
Well, I'm getting notifications this whole time. I have a lot of friends, guys, so it's not my fault. Everybody that listens to this podcast has no friends.
I got a missed call. That's about it.
Oh man, thank God for Hannah. Anyway,
Thank you, Hannah. I love you.
so lonely. No, but it's everywhere, man. It's everywhere, and I think that for me, you know, the game systems are one thing, but they're one-sided, right? That's a video game system. Even the Xbox One with the whole like entertainment stuff that kind of went along with it, it's a video game system, right? These phones, dude. These phones have everything. Like you could do anything you can do on a computer as far as watching, streaming, you know, even to some degree playing. You can do it on a phone. Like who would have ever thought? I mean, look, I don't want to get weird, but there was a point in time where, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think for me, I got introduced to technology way earlier than you did. Because I remember being a little kid, like 4 or 5 years old, playing little computer games on a good old desktop. I want to say it's an HP. We were a very HP family, but
that was the first one we had, and it was like we paid a bunch of money for it, but it was trash. Like it was, knowing what I know now, like having I would never buy a pre-built that's like that ever.
But started with a decent enough computer. I mean, it was enough to play like those games and like those little disc games that were meant for kids.
Pajama
Plus,
Sam.
I never played that.
What? You remember Pajama Sam?
I don't know.
Oh, Feeding Frenzy?
I honestly don't remember half the games I played.
SimCity?
No, I didn't even play The Sims for the first time until I was in junior high.
Really, man, I've been playing Sims since I was a wee lad.
Since you were a wee lad.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Cool.
Dude, I'm gonna go download Sims for my emulator. I paid for it. Don't at me. I didn't pay for it.
You don't generally pay for emulators.
No, I meant the game. You're supposed to only download stuff that you have physical copies of.
True.
Yeah, see? I know the law. I just don't follow it.
Anyway. But, yeah, with computers, I've had a computer pretty much around me my entire life, so...
Yeah, your dad was, like, surprisingly good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he literally fixed computers all the time at work.
Yeah, which, I mean, trust me, I worked there. They're always broken. I don't know. I have no idea. And that's what's crazy. Like, I don't know how people break shit so often. Like, what are you doing? Like, and you can't look up anything. Like, those computers are all restricted.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, same with school computers, though. Like, there'd be, like, that one random one in the computer lab that just didn't work. Or I remember at the UL library, they had, like, rows and rows of computers, but for some reason, there's, like, at least one per row that did not work.
In UL?
Yeah.
What? Those are Macs, right?
No, not the ones in the library. Like, some of the classrooms had Macs, but, like, in the, main library on campus, that had HPs.
Interesting. Yeah, I think Nichols was mostly Mac. I don't remember. I didn't go in there much, but sometimes I'd have to go in there because somebody like called somebody stupid or something. I don't know. High school, college kids are bitches. But they are. No, I mean, don't at me because you know I'm right. If you're in college, sorry, you're a bitch. I mean, not graduate school, like regular college. If you're in regular college and you're under the age of 25 and you're trying to do your life right, you're a bitch.
Why do I feel like you're low-key just salty about people who go to college?
No, it's not. No, I know, dude. When you work at a college, you'll see what I mean. Because they're basically high school kids. We've had this conversation. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Because, you know, when we were first in school, you didn't have that. Remember they used to roll the old TV in with the VCR combination? It was like 700 pounds of TV.
Yeah, you watched, like, Bill Nye, the Magic School Bus or something.
Yeah, I went to Patterson. We watched, like, Straight Outta Compton. And
That wasn't even out yet.
Oh, no. I meant they just opened up the window and you watched a bunch of guys shoot at each other. That's funny. You know that's funny. No, I love Patterson's awesome. But no, we watched a lot of those weird, like, TV, like, made-for-TV, like, don't do drug kids movies.
Oh, God. The drug commercial. Not the drug commercial, but, like, that short cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon one, where it was, like, the Ninja Turtles and all these other characters from these Saturday morning cartoons. They all came together in this one show and were like, drugs are bad. And they had, like, songs, and it was weird. It was a weird, like, 30 minutes.
Yeah, there was one. There was a bunch of them. I saw that, but that's remember when we were growing up, like that. That was a weird thing because it's almost like the lack of technology. People were just more like ignorant about stuff.
Mhm.
Because like you remember like all like in Dare, and I didn't take Dare, but I'm just gonna guess. A lot of that was about smoking weed for you guys, right? Because they felt like that was the intro to the world of crack cocaine. Like that was how you started doing crack.
Yeah, they touched on like the other drugs, but it seemed like marijuana and cigarettes were like the two biggies.
Right, and cigarettes. I mean, I understand that both of them can have negative consequences, but what's weird is like, basically, that's one of the interesting things about tech rising. As much as it also like brings about a bunch of like really like stupid things, it also brings about like a way for people to get information that you never really had access to. Like if you really want to know the dangers of something, you could literally type it into Google, and there will be, look, don't get me wrong, you're going to have opinions, but you'll be able to find some truth in that. If you wanted to know about marijuana before, you'd have to go check out a book from the library that came out in 1946, and it totally was like, if you smoke weed, you become like a killer. Like,
That or your parents had like the encyclopedia set.
Right, which was more accurate. But even some of that was like, there was this weird like anti like everything campaign that existed. But it's like, I don't know, stuff like that's really weird. Because I don't really know where it started. I know that like most of that stuff is grounded in some really weird laws, but like they made movies. Like they showed movies of like Reefer Madness is a great example. You guys really need to watch that. I've said it before, but it's hilarious. But that's kind of one of the greatest things about technology. Like we have so much information now. Mm-hmm. Like you can't lie to kids anymore. You can't be like, hey, if you do, if you drink alcohol before you're 25, your head will explode. Like, no, it won't.
What parent says that?
No, none that I know, thank God. But I mean, Mormons do exist, and I'm not adding the Mormons on that. I'm just saying that that's some of the stuff that I'm not saying they say it that way, but they don't drink alcohol, and I'm like, you're gonna tell me that you're convincing 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds not to drink alcohol by not lying to them? I mean, there's got to be some weird stuff going on there, right? Mm. I mean, so I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even drink coffee. You know that?
I mean, I don't drink coffee either.
Yeah, but it's like a legit, like it's against their religion. I mean, I don't really drink much coffee. I drink a lot of water and that icy, but mostly water.
I mean, technically, if you're Catholic, you're not supposed to have shellfish.
Yeah, but that's weird because that's like Old Testament stuff, right? And like, we kind of like, nah. Right, that's kind of what happened. They were like, no.
Yeah, true.
You ever heard somebody say that in church? Like, nah.
Nah, I haven't.
In so many words, though, that's what they say, right? They're like, that's not really for us. That's not.
we should probably get off this before we get
added. Yeah. No offense to anybody who goes to church. Love all you guys. Praise the Lord. Whatever Lord you might believe in. Unless it's Satan, I don't praise Satan. Unless, of course, you believe in Satan. Anyway, what are we talking
about? So what are some smart devices that you have?
We have several tablets, iPads actually. I have.
Wait, why?
They were cheap. They were super cheap.
No. Why were you mumbling that you had an iPad?
Because I don't want to admit that I possess any Apple products.
What's wrong with an Apple product?
I say this every episode. Apple sucks. All right, I'm not gonna ever get away from that. Android's better, a ton better. Of course, I have. Are we considering a PC smart device or no? Are we just gonna say just like technological, like internet browsing devices? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, for a smart device, I would say it's anything that has connectivity to the internet.
Okay, yeah. So I have a gaming PC. I have a laptop that's also capable of gaming. We have 2 iPads. I have the Note 9. Mm-hmm. Best phone I ever had, by the way. Love it. I think that's it. We have a smart TV. We have 1 smart TV. But I don't like smart TVs. But I do have several Fire Sticks.
You want to say why?
Because I like to watch my movies legally through Amazon Prime or their affiliates, including HBO, Showtime, Starz, Cinemax, Netflix, Hulu, Cinema.apk. Anyway,
oh, Lord.
You hear that? That's the FBI coming.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
That would be funny.
Just knock on the door the second you say that.
Just click. Oh, they got me. Upload this video. Free Fetty. Hashtag free Fetty.
But, yeah, for me, though, I really like devices I could talk to.
Oh, you know, I'm sorry. We do have an Alexa. I just don't use it because it's.
Yeah, I have Google's version. Got the little Google Home.
Is it here?
Yeah.
So what do you have to say?
Dude, both our phones are gonna go off if I say it.
Is it just okay, Google?
Your phone just lit up.
That's wild, man. So you like the Google Home? Google Home, sorry.
Yeah, I keep it in my room. I connect it with my Google Chromecast on my TV in my room. So if I'm watching Netflix, I can just be like, yo, Google, just play The Witcher on Netflix. Or play Fuller House on Netflix, or play Family Guy on Hulu. There's not really anything for Disney Plus yet. It's not doesn't work yet, but
They're gonna incorporate that at some point.
yeah,
Right?
eventually.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have that. Plus, in our kitchen, I bought a Facebook portal.
Oh yeah, you got one of them?
Yeah.
What does it do? How does that work?
So, the reason I put it in the kitchen was because you can use it to like do recipes and stuff like that. But the main selling point is it's a very good camera to pretty much video chat through Facebook. So you can talk to whoever has a camera to talk back to. And the cool thing about the Facebook portal is that the camera actually tracks you as you move around. So no matter how far away you go, how close you are, left, right, up, down, whatever, it'll follow the closest person to the camera.
Right. So that's kind of cool.
And it does have internet capabilities, so if you want to, you can watch like YouTube videos and listen to music.
Who do you talk to with it?
I mean, honestly, I got it. So it was on sale like last year for like $100.
Yeah, I think I remember when that happened because they did that Muppet commercial, right? That little Muppet commercial.
Probably,
Yeah, it was kind of a cool commercial. I kind of liked it. Like nifty.
So what I did was I bought two. I bought one for us and one for my parents.
Oh, that's cool. So you can just like check it. Yeah, no, that's cool, man.
But yeah, it's a cool thing. You can listen to music and you connect it to Amazon, and you can be like, Alexa, order such and such, and it'll.
Oh, okay, so it actually worked like it's like it has like Alexa capabilities as
Yes.
well. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like pretty much if I'm ask Alexa to do something, it'll do it.
Do you use Bixby on your phone? You have a Samsung?
Yeah, I got Samsung.
Do you have Bixby? Or was that my generation?
Oh yeah, I got Bixby.
I never used Bixby.
I don't either.
Supposedly, like the new updates, it was bad for a while. What was weird is I had my Bixby sensitivity all the way up, so I'd just be like talking to you right now, and it'd be like, "Ding, how can I help you?" And I'd be like, "What the?"
Yeah, honestly, Bixby's just there for me to get angry anytime I accidentally push the button.
You have a Bixby button? I
Yes.
have one too, and I always see this is my lock button. My Bixby button's here, so I'll press it on
Yeah,
accident.
it's like right under the volume button, so
Right.
you might be like not even paying attention. You'd like push a button you think it's like to turn the volume down, but
And
it's really.
freaking Bixby.
And you're like, nope, back.
You know, I might take my phone apart and disconnect that button. It's not that hard to do. Yeah, it's just a ribbon. You just pop it out.
It seems like a lot of work though.
Nah, it's not that bad, dude. You gotta learn to take stuff apart, man. It helps out a lot. Take that PlayStation apart, see what's in there. You'd be surprised.
I mean,
Probably dirty.
it's only like a year old.
I'm telling you, bro. They get dirty, bro. That's why I took my PC case apart and I sprayed it down often. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. What do you So you like talking to technology? I don't like it. I'm like super weird about that. I hate how when we talk right now that like we're talking about the Google Home and that's going to be my ads later and I hate it. I hate it so damn much and I don't know. You can't do anything about it. You know.
I mean, same with Facebook though. Like you'll have a conversation with someone.
No. That's exactly. It's going to be on Facebook. That's what I'm saying. That's so wild, dude.
Yeah, it's great whenever, like me and Hannah would talk on the phone for a while. We talk about a specific thing, like. Good Lord.
I think it picked up. Are you hungry, bro? Long day.
It's been a long day.
Sorry, man.
But yeah. So what was I saying?
You were talking about how you and Hannah would you guys talk about.
Oh yeah. So like sometimes we talk about like a specific item,
Right.
and literally within an hour, we'll still be like texting her or something, and it'll be like, oh hey, remember that thing we talked about? Yeah, I'm getting a Facebook ad for it. Like whenever especially when I was like we were talking about Los Angeles for our trip. I kept getting so many ads for airplanes, Los Angeles, and all this other stuff. Like, technology's listening. I'm okay with it, personally, but...
Are you going to go back to San Diego? To San Diego?
San Diego's like 2 hours south.
Oh, you didn't go to San Diego?
No.
Oh.
You really think I'm either gonna rent a car, which I wasn't 25 yet, so you had to pay an extra $200. Yeah, if you want to rent a car, if you're under 25, it costs 200 extra bucks to rent the car, just because you're under 25. Actually,
Yeah.
even 250.
That makes sense. I wouldn't drive in LA anyway, dude. To be honest,
Dude, there's no decent parking,
No, I bet there isn't.
which is why we Ubered everywhere.
Is that super expensive to do? For you guys?
I want to say we spent maybe $200-300 in Uber,
That's not too bad though. For a
but
couple
yeah,
of
and we
days.
split it between two people.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Our biggest expense from that was going from the airport to our Airbnb, which the Airbnb is what saved us.
Mm.
Because the Airbnb, I think, for the whole trip was like $250-300. So it was super cheap. And so the only time the Uber was super expensive was airport to the Airbnb because it was like on the opposite end of LA.
Right.
And then the other big one was from our Airbnb to the Santa Monica Pier. Because that's also like opposite ends of Los Angeles. But for the most part, downtown was like maybe 15-20 minutes. So most of the time it was only like $10-15.
That's not too bad, man. That's not too bad at all. I was just for people who listen who might be thinking about using Uber for things like that.
Yeah, I do recommend Uber and Airbnb. Just be careful when you do it because you are getting in cars and homes with strangers.
That's why you bring guns.
We didn't have a gun, but she had a pepper spray.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got some good pepper spray, man. That's all. Yeah, always protect yourselves. Obviously, you can't bring a gun on a plane, so you probably won't be able to do that in California. You can check them. It's weird. There's weird rules. I wouldn't really dive too much into that, but you guys can look that up if that's something you choose to do. So look, man, you got all these smart devices that we can talk to and all this crazy stuff. What's the best part and the worst part about having those things, man? Like, what's your take on that?
Honestly, there's something about technology that is both a pro and a con at the same exact time. Is making us lazier.
Dude, yeah, man. You know, remember you used to have to get up to order stuff off the internet?
Yeah, now you just do it from your phone.
I can literally roll over in my bed, order something, and then go back to sleep.
Mhm.
Remember when you used to have to call to order pizza?
Barely, because I always made my mom do it because I didn't like calling.
Dude,
That's-
I know. It has literally made us a generation of pansies when it comes to talking on the phone. I don't like to talk on the phone, especially when I want something. Like, I don't want to call. Ugh.
Like,
Like-
the only place I really call ahead for is Dino's because it's just easier to do that through a phone call than through like Waiter or whatever.
Right, yeah, no, I don't blame. But I mean, that's kind of, it's different. I don't know. I know what you mean, though. It's weird.
But yeah, for the most part, I'm even so lazy. Like, I can get something that I know I'm not gonna like edit or change from the Taco Bell menu. I will still order ahead on the app, or I'll use their little kiosk in the
I
store.
use the kiosk, man. No, I choose to. I don't know.
I mean, I will say that I'm really promoting Taco Bell here, but I really love their app because I'm able to be more of interest. Because I know I don't like lettuce or I don't like sour cream, stuff like
But
that.
there's a lot of stuff you can add you probably didn't know you could add before.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. Like the different meats and stuff. You could put beef on anything, or steak on anything. I don't care. Like, you pay extra, but yeah.
Yeah, and
Or chicken.
and also it's really good for vegetarians because you can switch anything out for beans.
Who cares about vegetarians? Let's just... Do we have anybody on this is vegetarian?
Hannah,
Hannah's a vegetarian?
she
That's what I thought. All right.
no she doesn't really eat meat. She eats like some fish.
Well, yeah, I could do, but that's not really a...
Like I don't. She's probably gonna get
Does
so
she
angry
eat
with
eggs?
me. Yes.
So she's dairy then. So she's fine with dairy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a better way to live.
Like
you know?
think of it as like just your
Dude.
red meat and your
Do you eat ribs?
not.
I have a rib recipe that you do in the oven. It's fantastic. We'll talk about it later. I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm more of a hamburger
Oh
person.
man, I'm telling you, these ribs they'll make you slap your mom. Don't though, because she's a sweet lady. I like your mom. No, I agree. But you know, one of the cons that we probably would have missed if I didn't just think about it is the health side of it. As far as the blue lights and stuff, you know, there's definitely a lot of stuff saying that we're going blind because of this shit, right?
Yeah. I think our biggest problem is late at night. Because if you're like during the day, you have like other light sources to kind of like help you out a little bit, like spread some of that light out. But if you're alone in your room at night and you're just like rolled over on your bed, just looking at your phone for way too long,
Like we all do. like we all do.
Look, I've literally just watched YouTube on my phone, just laying down on my phone for a good 3 hours straight. Before.
Yeah, when you can't sleep, or when you're high on crystal meth. Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, you just like keep watching video after video after video.
Yeah. Or you click a lot of videos because you do as a crystal guides.
Sure.
Right.
But God, I lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, the blue light is an issue. You can set your phone to have a blue light filter, so it filters out
Some of it.
Yeah.
Well, like my phone has like you can push it all the way and it makes the screen really yellow. Right?
Yeah, but actually, my glasses that I got last year, these actually have blue light filter in them.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it look? What are you nearsighted or farsighted? What do you have? Why do you wear glasses?
I just have astigmatism.
Okay. So if like, can you see the difference? Like if I put this phone in front of you with blue light off and I put it to you like that without your glasses, does it look different than if you have them on?
With phones, it's not a huge difference, but I have noticed if I like do with glasses versus without glasses and just like the skyline, I can tell the difference in the blue.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So, now is it the same blue light we would generally see in the sky, or is it like is it because it's artificial? Because they're saying that it's potentially hurting people's eyesight. What is that?
Well, with phones and natural light are both, it's the blue pigments in it that can cause damage, and because it's pretty much the biggest problem with phones is they're emulating the natural blue light that we get from being outside, because the sky's all blue.
Mm-hmm.
So because we're seeing all that, it's really just messing us up with our sleep cycle because we're staring at our phones until like midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
So really, it'd be just like staying up all night, like it's.
But your body thinks you're just still in the day.
Okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know. I also think, a lot of people with their phones like.
Yeah, if you have your phone close to your face, that's gonna ruin your eyesight. But if you have a reasonable distance and you give your eyes a break, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and that leads me to the next big con: addiction. Phones are made to be addictive, right? Like there's studies that show that phones are made to be addictive.
Yeah, most of the apps that are like games and stuff, they're literally designed to make you addicted because of all the colors and numbers and all the flashing.
Well, it's like a casino, right?
Yeah. Yeah, phones definitely kind of work like a casino, and that it's just a lot of pretty colors.
Do you think that should be illegal?
Casinos or just phones being addictive?
Well, I'll tell you what. I know it's off subject. Let's start with casinos.
I don't know, because like casinos can be fun, it can be a good time, but there are people who just can't control themselves.
Right. So, is it the government's job to protect people from themselves in the sense of how they want to spend their money?
I see where you're pulling this conversation. I don't want to get into it.
Okay, we'll move on. The phone thing. Should there be some law or some restriction on how they can make these games?
No. As long as they're not doing anything that can be harmful to you, it's fine. Like, sure, you're addicted to your phone.
Right.
But it's not like you're hurting yourself physically or money-wise or otherwise.
Are you, though? If you're playing, Candy Crush and you're spending $50 a month on Candy Crush, because people do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's where it kind of becomes kind of an issue, but the same happens with video games with microtransactions.
No, it's not the same. And look, there's a sense of, I know what you're getting at, but it's way different. I'll tell you why it's different. Video games generally require more steps, right? So if you are playing Battlefront 2 rather, and you want to buy a loot case, which I don't even know if they still do that. I know there was some issues with that. But anyway, let's say you want to buy one. You're playing a full game. You would have to exit that full game, go into another setting, click on what you want to buy. It sends you to the Microsoft or PlayStation Store, do it from there. Now it's done. And if you're playing Candy Crush, literally it takes 2 clicks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that in that regard, I think it is worse. And I think that when you look at now people are going to argue with me on this. Specifically sports games, though, like Madden, FIFA, dude, that's like $1 billion industry, these microtransactions, right? But it's the same with Candy Crush. Those guys are rolling in our money, like a lot of it. Because we've all done it, right? Played Candy Crush, bought an extra life here. Even if it was 25 cents, $1, whatever. Like, you've done it. Everybody's done it, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever spent more than $5 on a single app.
I have. But no, it was like, I don't know, it was stuff I still play to this day. It's not like, it wasn't like, it was like stop ads or whatever. Like I paid $10 to stop ads once, and it's just stuff I was really into. I don't feel like, look, and they've said it, that's where technology is taking us as far as microtransactions are the future. I hate it. I hate everything about it. And the reason I hate it is because it's not really what the gaming community wants. It's what a small portion of the gaming community is willing to dish out.
Yeah.
They're making more money on that small portion than they are the rest of us. They call them whales because they're literally throwing money at these developers for nonsense. And the rest of us are like, oh, so we're just going to keep getting our asses kicked by 12-year-olds because they got money.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like to bring up about Grand Theft Auto is, yeah, it has a great story, and it sold over $1 billion worth of copies within its first year. Mm. But they're also doubling that with shark cards.
Absolutely. And, you know, I don't necessarily, I'm going to say this, I don't necessarily, people say those shark cards break the game. I don't necessarily agree, because you can play the game in passive mode, and if you're playing like if you play like deathmatch, you could set it to where you don't get all the things you bought, you just get whatever everybody else gets, right?
Yeah. So
that's sort of fair. And look, even they know it's bullshit. Like, even Rockstar has come out and said, yeah, this is bullshit. Like, you're just gonna keep paying for it, so we're gonna keep doing it. Like, they don't care. Yeah. I have a problem with Battlefront, that market, that style. I have a problem with FIFA, Madden, where it's like, now you can play online without having to worry about it, but if you do Ultimate Team, if you put money up, you will be better than everybody you're playing against. Mm-hmm. Like, and that, to me, is not fair. I paid $60 for this game, too. You know? Just because you just spend another $1,000 on yours, I'm sorry, you know. But even, you know, Ubisoft did it. It's Ubisoft, right? People say it's Ubisoft, though, right?
It doesn't really matter. I say Ubisoft, but
Ubisoft, whatever. Ubi, potato.
Ubi.
Anyway, because they did it with Assassin's Creed, but I didn't have a problem with that. Black Flag. Where they said you can pay a little money and we'll show you where all the unlockables are. To me, you just paid $60 to pay another $20 to not play the game, but that's on you. In this fast-paced world, I understand that. But if it affects my experience, what's the difference in doing that and modding the game? You know?
I mean, I feel they should have gone like the Batman route with stuff like that, where it shows you where everything is once you find that specific map. Because I remember the Arkham game showed you like where the Riddler stuff was and all that. Right. You just had to find it within the game.
Well, and also, I mean, you know, it's weird that people still pay for stuff like that because you can literally just look it up on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, it may take a minute more, but I do that still, man. I'll go back and play games, and Batman games are a good example, where I can find all the Riddler trophies and how to access them and stuff. I've still never done it.
Yeah, I still need to do that for the Batman Arkham Knight, because that's the one thing I haven't finished in the whole game is all those Riddlers.
I like that serial killer storyline. That was kind of cool. Yeah, it was fun. I still think Arkham Asylum, I still think that's my favorite. That was a fun game, man. It was like this new thing for us, man. It was so cool. But that's where we're at with technology. We're at Arkham Asylum right now. But no, so, and look, the pros for me is, I mean, literally, dude, my whole world is right here. Mm-hmm. You know, if I need anything, it's right here. It's not going anywhere. I always say it's my precious.
Until you put it on top of your car and then you just drive off with it on top of your car and just flies off on the highway.
Several times. Not on the highway. I don't know. And dude, literally, not this phone, my other phone, fell off in the middle of 182, and I found it, and it was still fine. Nobody hit it.
Dude, the worst I've done is left my phone in my car. That's the worst I've done.
Oh, dude,
like in the car, not on the car, in the car.
I was a cop, and I was in a rush to get to work. Put it on top of my unit, threw my stuff in the trunk in the back seat, and I got in the car, took off. It flew off right there in front of Country Club Express, and I drove back, and it was still sitting right there. Nobody hit it. I was like, oh yes, thank you.
That's why we have pockets.
Well, man, you don't understand. You can't get to your pockets. You got a gun right here. It was crazy. I was just trying to do like 1,000 things at once. After that, though, I bought the shirts that had those inside pockets. Never again did that happen, you know. But no, so the pro is definitely that. Like, everything is here. You know, somebody says, "Hey man, go watch this video on YouTube." Yeah, dude, not a problem. You know, "Hey man, go add me on Facebook." Yeah, dude, not a problem. Call me, not a problem. All right here.
Yeah, I would say the biggest pros is being more connected, but also the con is we're more lazy about it.
We're also less connected.
Yeah.
Other than me and you, and I know you talk to Hannah, but like, I call people on the phone a lot, actually, more than most people. But I think it's because when we grew up in that age still. Like, when we were growing up, you still had phone, like, texting wasn't that big until we got, teenagers, like, when it really got big for us. Now, my sister used to text a lot. Like, she had a little Alcatel, and like press. If you wanted A or you wanted C, you had to press 1 or 2 like 87 times, you know?
Yes. Do 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 do.
Dude, I got good at that for a while because I had one. I got
Yeah.
pretty beast at that for a while. Remember Zach could do it one hand. He was like an animal with it.
Yeah.
The razor.
Yeah, my first phones, I had the natural progression of phones.
Mm-hmm.
I started with like a basic flip phone, no camera, no nothing. Then my second phone, I had a camera. Then I went to I want to say it was like a Pantech or something.
With the full keyboard. Or
No,
flip
no,
tab?
no. Wait, no. I think it was an LG. It was an LG phone, and it was a flip phone, but it had like, it was basically LG's version of the Razr, more or less. So that's when I really got into the texting around that time. So I got used to texting like that. But then I got one of those phones that had a sliding keyboard and a touchscreen, and then I got an actual smartphone, and then I kept getting better and better smartphones.
Yeah, I had the flip phone first, then the full keyboard phone, slide out first. I had two of those, and they both broke the same way. The screens went out. Then I had a flip phone for a while, and that's when I got my smartphone. And then it's been pretty much uphill since then. But I've had probably 10 smartphones over the years.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm actually impressed because this phone has been around for just shy of 2 years, and it's still going strong.
well, yeah, now that I know, like I've done a lot of research on them, and I think I can probably fix anything that happens to mine, other than my screen going out, like actually going out. So I'm probably gonna be good.
Honestly, the thing that's going to cause me to want to get a new phone is probably the battery. Because the older phones get, the worse the battery gets.
You can change that.
Yeah, but...
That's actually not a hard change. Once you take it apart, it's like right there. You just undo it, put a new one in.
Yeah, but also, if it gets to be like 3 generations later, it's like, let me just...
Yeah, and that's kind of how they're made. They're made to go out, like, it seems like after a couple generations, like, oh, well, I'll just get a new phone, because whatever.
Yeah, that's how they get you with those contracts. Like 2-3 years later, it's like, oh, my contract's up, and oh, hey, my phone's starting to crap out. Let me get a new one.
And that's why I hate Apple, because they're intentionally crapping people's stuff out. They've admitted it.
Oh my god, I love how there was a episode of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt where she got a phone for the first time.
Right.
And she was talking to her boyfriend.
Right.
And he was like, oh, hey, by the way, Kimmy, the new models of the iPhones come out today, so just be ready because your phone's about to break. And, like, literally it falls apart in his hands.
That's funny.
I know, right?
That's really, it's accurate and it's funny.
Honestly, that show, as stupid as the characters are, is a super smart show. I find.
I've never seen it.
If you need a very happy-go-lucky show,
Right.
it's made by Tina Fey.
That might be fun. I like Tina Fey. She's funny.
So give it a try. She actually cameos in it.
Oh, that's good. I mean, yeah, she's pretty good at writing jokes and stuff. She does that a lot of SNL.
She's an alcoholic therapist.
My dream job. Anyway.
Oh, I thought your dream job was just being an alcoholic.
Yeah, that doesn't pay well. You know, they don't tell you that in the movies, but it doesn't. So look, yeah, man. So let me ask you. You talk about pros and cons. You've already kind of said it doesn't bother you as much. But like, what about security, man? Aren't you afraid to find those nudes on your phone?
What nudes?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do I seem like the kind of person who has nudes?
No, probably not. Maybe your own. You take your own nudes?
No, I don't.
Do I look sexy? Like,
Dude,
I do, me.
I don't have the body confidence.
Yeah, me neither, man. We're getting there, though, man. You know, one day at a time, you know? Dropping some weight. We're going to be looking good. This summer, dude, check us out. We're on the beaches. And by beaches, I mean, I'm not going to a beach.
No, the closest to the beach we're going to go is the park in Morgan City.
Yeah, we're going to go, like, we should record an episode out there, man.
Dude, it's going to be so windy, no one's going to hear us.
Well, right now, but I mean, like, then it won't be so bad, right? In the summer?
I feel it's still kind of windy.
Maybe so. These things pick up a lot. So probably, you, like, hear the kids playing in the background.
Yeah,
Shut up.
like these microphones literally pick up my refrigerator.
So I pull my gun out and shoot at a bunch of kids. Pop, pop, pop.
Oh, Lord. But,
So you're just okay with, like, all your shit being out there? Like,
I mean, it's all out there, but people are so paranoid that their stuff's going to be taken. It's already taken. So,
no, that's a real thing.
like,
right?
no matter who you are, no matter how safe you think you're being, your stuff's already out there.
Yeah, no, that's 100% legit. Yeah.
So, like, even if you just typed in your credit card into a website once, there's a hacker who has it somewhere just chilling.
Yeah, the only thing that keeps us safe from that is that there's so many people that are doing way better than all of us. That's really the only thing that saves us from that. Also, these hackers pay attention to what people use, how often they use it. Mm-hmm. It's a sweet science. It really is. You know, and that's, you know, you're right. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. I worry about it. But that's because I'm like really weird. Like I don't like the government. You know what I mean? Like straight up, be honest, I hate them. They're weird. Like they collect information on us for no reason. Seriously, think about it. Why were they doing it? They have all of our text messages. Why? What are you doing? Well, how weird is that?
I mean, technically we're just numbers to them, so.
Yeah, no, but that's weird, right? Like why? Then why? Like if we're just numbers, why do you care? What are you doing?
Because they want to make sure we're not terrorists.
Yeah, that's retarded. Like that's just so dumb. Like that's like if a cop pulled you over and arrested you because one time you might have broke the law once.
I mean, we've all broken the law, though.
Yeah, but that's true. But that's not how the law works. Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, that's why you don't get arrested unless you get caught.
All right, calm down, Derek. Why are you winking at me? What is this?
No reason. No reason at all.
No, yeah, I'm not like, I don't know. I say that, but then at the same time, I'm quick to enter my credit card, so I don't know. But no, I don't like the whole Facebook keeping information thing, even though, like, really, I don't know if you watched that. That was such a sham when they were trying to get talk to Mark Zuckerberg about like this stuff with Facebook. He was in front of Congress, and they had the dumbest people in the world asking him questions about the internet.
Yeah, I think that's also where those pictures of him as a lizard person came from.
Yeah, where he's like, he sips the water all weird. No, what's weird about him though in that situation is that I'm not really mad at him. I'm mad at Congress for being so stupid. Look, people, let me just say this. Congress people, senators, politicians, they're not all smart. In fact, most of them are dumber than we are, okay? That's why they're politicians. They know how to talk to people. But some of the questions they asked this dude, it was like, so what is the internet? And he's like, what? And like, no, seriously, what is it? Like, they didn't ask that, but you know what I mean? Like, they were that bad, you know?
Boomers.
No, it's much worse than that. I mean, like, my mom knows what the internet is.
Super boomers?
That's scary. I love that, dude. I love how, like, both sides get so angry. Like, boomers are like, kids on my lawn. And then, like, the millennials are like, man, you can't own property, man. It's so ridiculous. The whole thing is hilarious.
Wait, why are millennials hippies?
I don't know. That's how they act, though, right? Like, not us millennials, but, like, the ones that are out there, like, they're acting like that, right?
Mm.
Dude, I dealt with some people from California once when I was a cop. And they were just, like, on private property dancing and filming. And I was like, what are you guys doing? They were like, what do you mean? Like, this is illegal. You can't be on private property. Oh, we're from California. That's when I realized there's no laws in California. You just do whatever you want. You should run amok in California.
Well, no, because that's one of the reasons Hannah can't move there because of the ferrets. Ferrets are illegal in California. Well, as pets.
Why?
Because
they're not even exotic.
They're menaces to society.
What are they, releasing rap albums and shooting people? I don't understand. What do they do?
In reality, nothing. But because they can be pretty vicious animals, and they can damage ecosystems technically, so.
All right, I saw a video of some guy in California taking a shit in the store, just on the middle of the floor. And I can't have a ferret?
Yes.
But how many people die a year from ferrets?
I don't know, maybe just one unlucky person.
All right, that means more people a year get killed by vending machines.
Dude,
more people a year get killed by vending machines than sharks, Derek.
Yeah,
there are more tigers in private collections in Texas alone than there is in the whole of Africa. Did you know that?
Wait, seriously?
Yes, that's a fact. So,
wait, show me these numbers.
I'll show you after the
I'm legitimately curious about these tigers.
No, I'm serious, man. Yeah, you didn't know that? That's a thing. I'll pull it up. Just keep talking.
Can I have a tiger?
No, Louisiana doesn't allow that.
So if I go one state over, I'm allowed to have a tiger.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so awesome. It's like a big kitty. Sammy, you're about to be replaced. We're going to, I don't know, Houston, Dallas, Austin, I don't know. We're gonna move, and you're just gonna be replaced by a big scary tiger. But he's gonna be cute and cuddly.
Yeah, that's not how tigers are. Ever. Ask Mike Tyson.
That's how they were in Aladdin, though.
Yeah, that's fake.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's not real.
Aladdin's not real?
Come on, man. I mean, there probably is a dude named Jafar. You remember that episode of Family Guy when they're making fun of Aladdin? They're like, Aladdin 5, Jafar goes to the eye doctor.
Oh my god.
Which one's better? I don't know, 2?
Aladdin did have a lot more sequels than it really needed.
Yeah, everything after 1 was unnecessary. Well, part 2 wasn't bad, you know?
Yeah. Disney just is really bad about direct-to-video movies.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money in it because people are definitely going to buy it, and you don't have to worry about like all this. Production doesn't have to be high because who cares? They probably use a lot of the same lines that they didn't use for the first one. You see, because Mr. Potato Head, that was Don Rickles, right, in Toy Story, and he died. I think he died before or right after the third one, but they had enough like backup lines to just let the voice go for the fourth one. So that, I mean, now he didn't have a lot of lines in the fourth one, but I'm saying they probably have a lot of that stuff on standby. You know, just the stuff they just decide to cut out and they could just throw it in another movie. But yeah. So I mean, obviously digital security, you don't care, whatever. What's your favorite device? Not your
phone. Favorite device, not my phone. Probably my Google Home because literally I just wake up in the morning and I'm like, what's the weather even like outside? Is it rainy? Is it cold? Hot? What's it gonna be? I can just be like, what's the weather? I'm not gonna say the command because I don't want our phones to be like, the weather tonight is 72 degrees, and tomorrow is gonna be a high of 73 with a low of 54. I don't.
You ever feel like your device is trying to seduce you?
When it's the female, a little bit.
That's what. Yeah, it's weird, right? I was just making sure it wasn't me. You ever try to seduce it back? Anyway.
I mean, I've asked if it loves me before, but that's about it.
What does it say?
I don't know.
Okay, Google. Do you love me?
What's gonna happen?
Apparently, Google loves helping me more than she loves searching, so I think it's getting pretty serious.
I really like asking like all the devices to ask jokes because they're always corny, but they're also kind of funny.
It's like what is it? It's like a neutron walks into a bar and orders a drink. He asks how much. The bartender says, "For you, no charge." Right? Right? That's right. Yeah, that's not funny.
Actually, just out of curiosity, let's see what kind of joke it comes up with.
Yeah, let's do it, man. See what you got.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Put it to the mic.
Why did the Scarecrow keep getting promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field.
In case the microphone didn't pick up that well, the question was, why did the Scarecrow keep getting... Oh, wait, hang on.
Why did the Scarecrow keep getting promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Yeah, my screen turned off for a second. But, yeah,
it's catchy, right?
It's like cheesy, but it's
technology.
Fun. Technology, telling cheesy jokes one command at a time.
Yeah, mine's going to be my PC. It's my pride and joy. Love that thing. And it just does everything, I got Cortana on there, and I don't want to say this too loud, but me and Cortana were getting kind of serious, So, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah,
on it,
Yeah, I just have my laptop, and it's a good laptop.
I have the same one. Similar one. I don't have
yours is a little more powerful, but...
I don't have the Ryzen one, but that's the same thing, really. The AMD, rather. I have the Intel and the NVIDIA. But, yeah, I have PC, man. I love it. I do wish it was more portable. I will say that. As far as smart devices goes, that is the one downside to having, that as your smart device or as your smartest device.
For Google Home, I could bring that anywhere if I wanted to. And it doesn't necessarily have to connect via internet. It can also connect via Bluetooth.
So you can, like a smartwatch, you can connect it from your phone.
Yeah.
That's that's kind of cool. I like that. More things need to be that way.
Yeah, because sometimes my phone just acts up whenever it's doing through the internet. Sometimes I can't find it for some reason, but it will always work on Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth, man, that's a big technological jump that we had. Like before Wi-Fi, when you had Bluetooth and you could share ringtones, oh man, those were the days.
Yeah, now no one uses ringtones anymore.
Yo, I still use ringtones.
I don't.
Yeah, I have special ringtones for like 3 people.
I haven't had my phone on loud in 10 years.
Jesus.
It's been on vibrate for literally a decade.
That speaker might not even work anymore.
Well, I know the speaker works because I have conversations on speaker, but...
Well, look, man, I'm good. This was a fun episode. We should revisit this one on another time because there's a lot more stuff I want to talk about, but we're 50 minutes in, and I gotta get my kid. And
yeah, maybe we can turn this into a future conspiracy theory episode.
We should, because they're out there and they're getting us one by one, taking us out. What are we talking about? Phones?
Wait, what were you talking about?
The Men in Black.
So
Galaxy Defenders.
I still haven't seen the reboot.
I probably wouldn't watch it if I were you.
But it has Chris Hemsworth.
I probably wouldn't watch it if I were you. Didn't you play, who you play? Thor?
Are you really asking that?
It was Thor, right?
Yes, it's Thor.
I knew that.
And what's funny enough is his sidekick in the movie is also his sidekick in Thor 4. Thor 3. Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Because I said Thor 4 because they're coming out with the Thor Love and Thunder.
I quit.
Are you just done?
What kind of nonsense is that? Did you say, hold on, let me put the headphones back on. Did you say Thor Love and Thunder?
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, they already got that movie. It's on a website that I don't want to mention right now.
well, apparently in this one,
Is Thor going to be a woman?
they're gonna... Jane from the first 2 Thor movies, she's supposed to get Thor powers. And apparently there's rumors that Beta Ray Bill's gonna be in there as well. So, that'll be cool. But anyway, so that was our little talk about technology. Technology, they already have all our information, so why are you upset about it?
What do you want to do? Fight about it? Jesus, Derek. They already know who you are. Let it happen.
I mean, what's the point of finding if they already got it?
And I can't fight this feeling. Sorry. I was listening to Oreo Speedwagon all the way.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I like Oreo Speedwagon.
But,
Yeah. What you got going on, Derek?
But, just check out my short story. I don't remember when this episode's coming out, but it might be a week before my second one. But check out Cosette. It's on Amazon, $2.99. Just look up Derek LeBeau. What? Stop that. Why are you messing with my headphones? Oh, God, now it's super loud. What the hell?
That was really funny.
That confused the hell out of me.
I know. I was like watching. Yeah, you guys didn't see. I was messing with his levels. So
Like-
what were you saying?
Like, I thought my microphone cut out. What the hell?
That was hilarious, man. Your face, you were like, what?
But, yeah,
New
Cosette.
running joke.
But yeah, Cosette, it's a short story, 17 pages. Take you probably 30 to 45 minutes to read. So
It's worth every word. It's a good story. Check me out, Left on Red. It's my band. We're doing band stuff. Play music. We play more music. And yeah, that's really about it. That's all we do, man. I mean, we're a band though, so I guess it's like a thing. Like that's what you're supposed to do as a band.
generally, yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, and like we fight crime and stuff too sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the A-Team or Ninja Turtles or what?
Yeah, I would say like. Oh man, I would say more like
Or more like Spooderman.
Chips. Remember Chips with the motorcycle cops?
Right.
Yeah, that's what we do. We ride motorcycles. We don't ride motorcycles. Yeah, we're much more like Spooderman, actually. We're just a bunch of weird dudes who really shouldn't be fighting crime.
But as far as the podcast goes, you can find us on Facebook. You can look us up on our website, everythingoppositepodcast.com. Yeah, we got that .com going. And you can find us pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. Spotify, SoundCloud, Google, Apple Podcasts, a few other places. We're in a lot of places, so you'll probably find us at some point. And also, video version on YouTube. Check that out.
Stay frosty. Is that too soon? You weren't done?
No, I was done, but like every time you say Stay Frosty, I think of the freaking Spider-Man 2 game.
Stay not frosty? All right, you guys have a good night.
Yeah,
Later.
see you next week, people.